I just got back from Ulta. So I have a few products new to me, new kind of to everyone else, as in like new releases that I'm wanting to try out in this video. I'll just go ahead and share with you what I got. I have the NYX Buttermilk Glaze, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder Filter Pressed Powder, Covergirl Clean Fresh Radiant Loose Powder. This I don't think is new to my knowledge. And then the Maybelline Lifter Liner and the L'Oreal Infallible Brows Brow Lamination. So we're just gonna dive into it. I'm actually really excited. I'm not sure about this here, y'all. I will say it's quick, it's easy, there's not a lot of heat for it, but I do kind of feel like I'm giving, what is her name? Merida from Brave, the animated movie. Not sure how I feel about that, but I guess it's kind of cute. You know, it's a little different. My main reason for why I went to Ulta is because it's winter, I'm pregnant. I haven't really been investing in like cute maternity clothes because I just would rather spend that money post-baby on a new wardrobe versus now. So I'm feeling very like dull and lackluster, and I mean, like, look at my skin. It's not giving a whole lot. And I will say it's worse in person than what the camera is really picking up, but my under eyes they've always been this way, like a blue gray, but I just feel like I look like I'm dying when I don't have makeup on. And so if I'm not gonna invest in nice clothing that's gonna make me feel good about myself and feel cute, then maybe just buying a few beauty products, kind of refreshing my routine, really just focusing on adding like luminosity. That was the plan with these 3 products, to just feel like I've got some life back in me. So anywho, we're gonna get started with the NYX Buttermilk Glaze. It's labeled as a soft glow skin tint. I'm curious what it says, the directions, because I'm like tempted to put on a primer, which I don't always do, but there are no directions. Love that for us. We're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna put her on. This has SPF 30. I really like using stuff like this when it comes to like the summertime. I use the CeraVe tinted sunscreen. Just gonna go on with about that amount. It's probably not enough. Oh, it's definitely not. However, a lot of tinted sunscreens are lacking in the color department, and since I'm so fair right now, there's just not a lot out there. I definitely need more. Okay, that was not enough. I will say this has a really nice scent to it. It definitely kind of has a sunscreen texture, but not in a bad way. And if you know me, if you've seen my videos before, I'm a pretty light coverage kind of gal. So it's definitely giving luminous. Oh, look at that forehead. It's really picking it up in the camera. I don't like adding a ton outside on my perimeter just because I feel like it doesn't need the coverage, and you end up putting bronzers and other stuff where I'm like, is it really that worth it? I'm still gonna go in with some of my old products because obviously what I bought is not enough to do the whole shebang. So we're going in with Catrice Under Eye Brightener. Still using this. I was tempted to buy the Pixie Peach Corrector today when I was at Ulta, since that's what I used to use, because I'm like, maybe this isn't cutting it, this product. But I love it. I really do. But I think I'm just like second guessing myself because I just feel like I look so dead. But I also haven't been wearing as much makeup like at all, especially if I know I'm not going somewhere. It's been hard getting out of like clothing like this. I'm just like very chill. I mean, I feel like that even improved it a lot. I really wish y'all could see in person just how blue gray my under eyes look. And then I'm going in with Revlon IRL Filter Finish. I was thinking about this. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna repurchase this or continue trying out concealers whenever this one gets done. I do like it, but am I sold on it like I am the NYX Lift and Snatch? No. And so that's where like I'll probably just keep popping around in different concealers until I find one that I'm just like over the moon about. So blend, blend, blend. And a part of me, I almost filmed this video of like, I was gonna do old school makeup, like a full face regarding like foundation and things like that, because I haven't worn foundation probably since September, and that was to a wedding and like on a daily basis, can't even tell you. But I remember when I went to the wedding, I wore, where is it? The L'Oreal True Match hyaluronic tinted serum, and I didn't feel as pretty as I mean, I looked pretty, I guess, but like I didn't feel as good about myself as when I wear lighter coverage. So I just think this is the lane I need to stay in, at least for now, is just light coverage. And I will say, I don't care that people have been reviewing this really poorly, at least the reviews I've seen on YouTube. I just could not help myself. I wanted to try it so bad. It just seems so interesting. Let's see what it says. Create the soft focus effect of a social filter in real life with this pressed finishing powder. Ultrafine formula helps blur the appearance of skin, reduce shine, and sets makeup. Gently press powder into skin using puff. Can be worn alone, used to set or refresh makeup. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. I will say I have been back on the e.l.f. Halo Powder train. I do feel like it's brightening. I hate loose powders, but I'm hoping this will be nice. The main reviews that I've seen that have not spoken very highly of it have just been like it's too luminous. It looks weird on the skin. So we're gonna see together what it looks like. Dude, what the heck? Am I dumb? How do you open this? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with the little puff that's included. Another thing people were commenting on was just the shade range is not it in terms of, it's very limited. Oh yeah, that, I don't know if this is gonna work, y'all. I'm a very light person. Oh, I'm almost nervous to put this under my eyes because I am going somewhere after this. Oh, I'll do it under one eye, see what happens. Make sure that's patted in. And my plan with this is really just to use it under the eyes. Again, I'm trying to keep as much luminosity as possible. And it is winter, so I don't really need powder everywhere else. Ooh, let's look at this girl up close. Okay. Ooh, it's kind of looking almost dusty under my eye, but maybe it doesn't work well with this concealer. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm almost tempted to go in with the Halo Glow on this side, just to really let's do that. Why not? Let's do the Halo Glow on the other side, just to see. I don't know. And again, could be the concealer doesn't work with it. That's always possible. Or going in with the puff. There's a difference in puffs. This way we can get a true like comparison. Okay, just on feel, the e.l.f. Halo Glow loose powder, so on this side, it's definitely very smoothing, like to the touch. This one I feel like, and maybe I didn't use enough, let's put on a little more, why not? It's not as smoothing, but not in a bad way. I mean, you don't, who's touching their face, you know, to make sure it's smooth. As far as like comparison and under eye brightness, I feel like they're about the same. I'm very tempted to buy the Huda Cherry Blossom Powder to just really see, you know, how bright we can go under there. Okay, we'll just see what happens with that. I kind of want to see how it feels like. It's really soft. I don't know why people are hating on this so much though. It's not like it's doing anything dramatic. So we'll keep testing her out, see how that goes. And then we're gonna go on with the Infallible Brow Lamination. I've heard nothing but good things about this, so I feel pretty strong about this product, but I will say, I tend to not like majority of brow products because it leaves my eyebrows looking either gooey or crusty and flaky. So we'll just see how this goes. I'm gonna keep an eye on time. All right. Is she doing anything? Did I put enough on? I'll say I trim my brows, so I'm never gonna have that fluffy brow look. And that's okay, because I gave up on that a long time ago. It was just never happening. Okay, I feel like there's a little bit of lift in there. Let me zoom in. Right, like they look a little bit more organized than this one. I will say I like the brush of it. I just feel like y'all are way too close for comfort right now. I don't know if I can keep y'all zoomed in like this. It's really feels like it's grabbing all of the hairs, which is nice because if you know, I've been using the NYX Control Freak. Not overly enthused about it, but it's not awful. But does it do anything? I still don't probably think so. So this is nice because it does feel like it's grabbing all of the brows. Okay, I think I like this. What we'll be telling is when it dries down. And what happened with the color here. Okay, we'll keep y'all out like that. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, let's move on. This is like, I feel like the star of the show in my opinion because I can't say I've ever used a loose bronzer, and it just says ultra lightweight silky blendable formula all over warmth with a soft radiant finish, and this is in Sunkissed, their lightest shade. I did see a comment that said like if you are fair it works really well, but like tell me this doesn't look dark. This looks very dark, so I'm a little concerned, but I double checked with Ulta. I said, hey, if any of these colors don't work out or I don't like it, you know, can I bring it back? And they were like, yeah. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I don't think I've ever used a loose powder bronzer. It's definitely giving Bare Minerals is kind of how I feel. Ooh, is that supposed to happen? So I'm a little concerned. I just peeled this off the center. However, there's like a plastic cup in here. Yeah, what the heck? I'm a little annoyed right now because this should not be coming up. That makes me really nervous. I feel like this is gonna get everywhere. We're just gonna rock and roll. That just felt very cheap. I mean, Covergirl, God bless her. I just wish she would try a little harder on the packaging. Like, please, just give us more. I will say, I don't know if I have the best brush for this because I don't use this type of bronzer. I'm just gonna use this one. Swirl and buff, baby, that's how they do it. Let's see what we got. Oh, I'm nervous. All right. Okay, babe. Oh. Okay, this is, I'm digging this so far. Very blendable. Like, I feel like that looks better than when I use powder, like a pressed powder bronzer. I'm definitely into this right now. Probably could have used a lighter hand over here. Didn't know what I was getting myself into. But okay. You know what's interesting is I'm looking in the mirror and it doesn't appear as luminous as in the camera it's picking up. So I'm curious if it looks like this in daylight when I go outside, but wow. Why isn't anyone talking about this? I'm a little confused. This is what I wanted. I wanted luminous, effortless, blendability. That's all I wanted. Okay, that's it, especially in this winter. I had a half mind to tan, self-tan, but then I was like, no, I'm covered head to toe. Like, who's gonna see it, you know? So, again, going with the soft tan. I would say this is very beginner friendly too. Like, I'm hardly trying, and it looks airbrushed. It looks gorgeous. I think this would look great, even better, if I was tanned. This is a gorgeous product. What the heck? Why are we not talking about this? Blow this up. Blow this girl up. Interesting. You know what I'm thinking of is like, it's very luminous right here. I guess it looks like that over here. I was thinking maybe it was the e.l.f. pressed powder, but anywho, do I want to go in with this as a nose contour? That is the real question. I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna get crazy today. Again, I don't do anything intense. It's really just to kind of balance out the look a little bit. Shoot, I'm gonna throw this in my crease. Why not? Why not? And on my lid. I do feel like if you have hooded eyes, I'm sorry, but I think we just look better with something going on in our eyeballs. Like, I feel like that looks better than this side. You may disagree, but I do feel like it looks better. Just having something there. That's why I don't ever even apply concealer to my eyelids. I think it's kind of silly to like cover it up if you're just gonna go in with the bronzer afterwards. Unless you're just like anal about making it even, but I'm happy with that. Okay, okay. Winning. All right, so I do need to do, that's concerning. Okay, something to note, I just realized, this is not a screw top. You just put it on. So this, I would say, is not very travel friendly. Or if you're someone that like moves your products around, I would not be storing this sideways. I think this guy has to stay like this. Going in with the fave, NYX Lift and Snatch. You know the drill. Oh, I'm not over the bronzer. I'm loving it. To think I almost passed it up. I just saw it, it looked interesting, and then I looked at some of the reviews saying it was amazing, and I'm like, okay, we'll see. I really was there at Ulta thinking I was gonna replace my Milani cream bronzer. Since I mentioned in the last video, it had been getting a little hard in the middle of it. But I was like, well, if this works better, like, let me just try something new. That's what I need in my life. I feel like I'm in a weird spot where I'm like feeling very stagnant and kind of bored. Not the best place to be. I think I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Pink Me Up. I am kind of thinking I am a stick blush girl when it comes to cream. I think out of just sheer laziness is really what it amounts to. And then buffing that in. I did look at other colors of the Morphe 2 blushes, and I just wasn't super over the moon about them, where I was like, you know what, I know I like this shade, I'm just gonna keep rocking and rolling. We don't always have to have variety. I do want to make a video with like my, what I consider minimal makeup collection, because it's quite small. It's gotten smaller over the years, and I really like watching other people's videos just to kind of see what they've got going on, because I'm nosy. I just feel like that's such a flattering shade. My makeup has never looked better, and I'm convinced it's the bronzer and this skin tint. I'm convinced. Okay, let us do mascara, and then we'll put on the lips and call it a day. I'm still using, sorry if you can hear the dogs barking in the background, the Milani Highly Rated Lash Extensions. I was looking at an old video of mine because I was like comparing what I was using back then. I was using the Maybelline Lash Sensational and my lashes did look really good. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna buy when I run out of this. If I'm gonna repurchase, if I'm gonna take another stab at the anti-gravity Milani one and the gold tube. I just remember it being too much. And to be fair, I really do like this one. I just like that it separates and lengthens and it comes off so easy. That is such a plus. And lately I've just been going in on the top. Also, random thought, but I had thought about picking up Milani Luminoso blush today because that used to be my favorite. But there's this image of me I can't get out of my head where I'd applied it one time and maybe it was just too heavy or I wasn't the right shade. Like maybe it's better on tan skin or fair skin. I don't really remember. I know Luminoso is typically referred to as a universal shade, but I just remember looking in the mirror and being like, I look like an absolute clown with this color on. Like it just came across too peachy. I do think I'm gonna give her another go once we get to springtime, but like that's just not the vibe right now with winter. It's just not. And I usually just go in with 2 coats. And if you haven't caught on, or if this is the first video you've seen of mine, I'm not crazy particular about things. Like good enough is always what we're going for. I'm not willing to spend 5 hours in front of a mirror. Like I just don't care that much, but I want to look put together and kind of effortlessly polished. If that is an aesthetic, that would be what I would want. Like I'm not trying too hard. Okay, let's wrap this girl up. So going in with the lifter liner, this is in Line Leader. I think these have been out for a good while now, so I think I'm behind this trend. 5 years later, but I finally got this stupid wrapping off. Anyways, heard these are very comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury liners. I really liked Makeup Revolution used to have them, and it looks very similar to liners like that, where they're supposed to be creamy. So we're just gonna see. Very creamy. Yep. Oh, I missed a liner like this. The only issue when you buy creamy liners is they don't always stay in place. And I'm gonna fill in for the most part because all I'm gonna do is throw a gloss on top. I did attempt to get another Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip, but they were out of the color I wanted, which was rose, so it was meant to be. And then I don't use this enough, but it is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Gummy Bear. I definitely think gloss is, I really hope that's a makeup trend that stays, because this is giving flat. It needs some kind of gloss, I feel like, just to like give a youthful appearance. Oh wow, I need to use this more. I even almost bought a new gloss too, but I was like, you know what, I always really liked the Maybelline lifters. Let me go back to that, use them up before. I'm so happy with this. Wow, you let me know. I feel like it's never looked better, and as far as like effortless, it really didn't take any time. I'm still comparing the under eyes. They're both creasing up on me pretty bad. Like they just kind of look dry, but that could be me because my skin is very dry right now with the winter. But yeah, let me know what you think. I think, let's just like recap these products. I'm gonna see how this wears. I'll put my notes like in the description, but I'm loving this so far. It dries down, so even though it looks shiny, it is dried down. This looks good. I don't think it's gonna do much for you if you are one of those people that like needs the fluffy brow, but this works better than the NYX Control Freak, so I'm just gonna throw that out and move on to this. This girl is star of the show right here. I am so stinking happy I bought this. I just feel like it looks beautiful. I cannot get over. If I were to redo my wedding day makeup, I'd be using this girl right here. And then I do really like the texture of this. I'm curious on lasting power. And I think that was it. Oh, let you know how this goes. I'm maybe even gonna play around with this as like touch-up powder just to see how it does and see what the difference is at the end of the day between these two eyeballs. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you stay tuned for the next one. Bye.